So let's do another example of a series. I have a sequence here, and I'm going to find the sum of the first 10 terms. So the first thing I want to do is write a rule, and I notice on this one the common difference is 10. So I'm going to write 10 in, plus if I went back 10, I would be at -1. You could also find that by using the a sub n equals a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d. So now I want to find the sum of the first 10 terms of this sequence. So I'm going to do summation, and I want to find the first 10, so x1 to x10 of 10, and I'm going to have to put an x in this spot just because that's what I'm typing into my calculator. So find the sum of the first 10 numbers in this sequence. I've got summation, and this time I want to go 1 to 10. And then I'm going to type my rule here, which is 10x minus 1. So the sum of those first 10 is 540. So let's kind of think outside the box here. What if I wanted to find the sum of the even numbers up to and including the number 20? So I know that I would have the number 2, the number 4, the number 6, all the way up to number 20. So the rule is going to be 2n plus 0. And then I have to think about how many terms I'm adding. How many numbers would I be adding from 2 to 20? I would have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20. So 20 divided by 2, I would have 10 terms. So if I want to add the numbers from 2 to 20, it would look very similar to the one we just had on here. Oops. So I'm adding 10 terms, but this one would be of 2x. So the sum of the first 20 numbers, let's see if I did that right. Nope, I have 12x. I thought that was a little bit too much. 2x would look more like this. So adding the numbers from 2 to 20 would be 110. So you could see all kinds of things, like what's the sum of the first 100 numbers? So it would be summation from number 1 to number 100, and the rule for the numbers 1 through 100, they would go up by 1, so it would be 1x plus 0, or just 1x. So the last thing I want to talk about is what happens if they give you two terms, like the 6th term is 10 and the 21st term is 55. And you're asked to write a rule or find a certain term number, like let's say term 40. So what I've got here is in the 6th blank, I have the number 10. And way over here in the 21st blank, I have the number 55. What I want to do is write a rule that would come up with this, and I see this on the ACT quite a bit. So what I first need to figure out is what the common difference here is. The common difference from 10 to 55 is 45. But that has to be divided amongst how many places? Well, from the 21st term to the 6th term would be 15 places. So the common difference here is going to be 3. So if I want to write the rule, it would be a sub n equals first term plus n minus 1 times d. So I'm going to need to go backwards 3. So this would be 7, 4, 1, -2, -5. The first term would be -5. So -5 plus 3n minus 3. So 3n minus 8 would be the rule. So if I wanted to find the 40th term in this sequence, I would put a 40 where the n is. So it'd be 112.